How do you feel about the Olympics so far?
You know what? I think for the first time it's very exciting.
Yeah.
I think not knowing exactly where everybody's going to place is really good for the sport.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the top 6 so far in Open?
I think it's about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think, unfortunately, the guys having to go on at like 11 o'clock at night, the backstage was like freezing cold. These are just things people don't know about because athletes aren't going to complain about it because they cannot. But it's freezing backstage. You're not able to get a pump. It's going to be a lot harder. So if you saw a lot of guys came out and they started getting better as they were posing, that's because it was freezing backstage. And it's for a lot of these guys, 11 p.m., they're in bed. So I think everybody would have looked a lot better if it was like maybe ran a little bit faster. I think we got to figure out how to go through the other classes and then not rush the guys. But so I think out of the 6, there's a bunch of guys that probably could have looked a little bit better if they went on stage a little bit earlier. Then maybe they would have mixed it up a little bit. But I'm still happy with everybody in there.
Yeah, I really liked it. There's a conversation online about possibly putting the women on one day and the men on the other.
Yeah, I don't know why that's something we're not already doing. Not like anyone's better than anyone else. There's just so many of them. No matter what, it's going to take hours to go through them. They should have their own day. And some people that want to go to the show, they just want to see the women. Some just want to see the guys. So, and for really, if this is a business, it's really smart to sell more tickets that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Last thing, on classic physique, what are your thoughts about the height and weight? Does it need to be changed?
I don't think they can change it because once you start changing it, then you start getting close to the open. And then these guys might as well just go into the 212 or open.
Right. In regards to them heighting in,
the what?
When the athletes need to height in,
Uh-huh.
determine what their weight is.
Yeah.
They're doing it every show. Do you have any thoughts about possibly moving it to just once a year and then putting it on the pro card permanently?
It's just tough because who made up the height to weight rules? You know, who was the one that was like, this is the weight you should be at this height? Because like what Ramon went through to make weight is a perfect example that these guys are going through so much that has nothing to do with training, dieting. It has nothing to do with bodybuilding. Someone cracking his back to make him taller. People are buying the inverted tables and stuff to make themselves taller. People wearing fake wigs to make themselves taller. They shouldn't have to do that. So I don't know much about the height and weight to comment about it. I just know there's already enough stresses with bodybuilding. I cannot imagine. That's one thing we definitely take for granted being in the open. I can show up to a show, I don't weigh in, and I just have to peak. Where they have to kill their body and then drastically try and carb up to get before they get back on stage, and that's going to put a toll on their body eventually.
Yeah. Okay, one last thing. Some people think you're a tough guy online, but in person you seem like a really approachable person.
I don't see why I'm a tough guy online. I just say things how it is. I'm not lying. I never like talk good about myself. I think there's so much that I could be doing better. But yeah, I think people get upset when I stick up for other people and I voice my opinion. What I always say is really weird. It's like if somebody makes a comment and they're like, oh, this person is this or that, it's like, okay. But an athlete who literally does this for a living, if you say it, it's like, oh, shut up, you never won a show. So wait, so if you do a show and you don't win, you have no opinion. But if you've never done a show, you have more of an opinion. It's a very, really misconstrued thing. I would never be commenting on a basketball player's post and then I see a pro comment and I'd be like, you didn't win the NBA championship. You don't know what you're talking about. Well, me, I've never played a basketball game in my life, you know? So it's just so warped. It doesn't make any sense. I think when you have pros chiming in on certain things, we should listen because maybe they know something that people that don't compete don't know.
Absolutely. Sergio, I appreciate your time.
No, thank you so much. Thanks for being a really fan of the sport.
I mean, that's how it started. You know, I was a fan and then we started doing this and who knows, maybe I'll be the next Flex Online or something.
Yeah, I love it. Awesome. Yeah, because you make no money from this.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another episode.